Hey boys and girls, how you doing? Here we are on Chapter 9, Lesson 4, Relate Fractions, Decimals, and Money. So we've already been relating fractions and decimals, right? We've talked about how they do represent the same thing, don't they? Fractions and decimals. And now we're going to add in money, which we actually talked about a little bit already. Okay, so the directions for 5 and 6 say, write as a money amount and as a decimal in terms of dollars. Okay, so dollars, right? How many cents are in a dollar? 100. All right, so the first part says write as a money amount. So if you have 31 cents out of 100, you have 0 and 31 hundredths, but we have to write it like money. So we have 31 cents. 31 cents is how you read that. And then they have a semicolon for the second answer, okay, because a comma sometimes is confusing in math. And then they want you to write it as a decimal, okay, that's lovely. Boom, 31 hundredths. And if you read the fraction, what are you saying? 31 100ths. 31, and what's that place value? The hundredths. Yes. Oh, these are nice, aren't they? Okay, so look at number 6. It's 8 over 100, or 8 hundredths. When I read that fraction out loud, it's like I'm saying the decimal. So, you know, I always like to write the 0 because that's how they have it in the textbook all the time. 0 and now it's 8 hundredths. So it's just that one digit 8. And I have to be sure that I make sure it lands in the hundredths place, right? It's not 8 tenths, it's 8 hundredths, okay? So, oh, I actually have to write this one like money. Boom, boom, dollars, okay? So that's 8 cents, 8 cents. Then we'll do a nice semicolon, semicolon, and as a decimal, it's 0 and 8 hundredths. Okay, so you just read the 8 and you go, okay, that's in the hundredths place. I read that as 0 and 8 hundredths. Beautiful. Okay, so now we pop down here to 8 and 9, and those directions say, write the money amount as a fraction in terms of dollars. Okay, in terms of dollars. So a fraction in terms of dollars is going to have 100 in the denominator, right? Something out of 100 because 100 cents makes a dollar. Okay, so we have here for number 8, 87 cents. 87 cents is 87 out of 100 that make the whole dollar. 87 hundredths is the same as 87 cents. Let's look at number 9. Oh, they always throw these in here, don't they? Trying to trick you, but not us. We shall not be tricked by you, math book. I'm going to read that. It says 3 cents. Okay? It's 3 out of how many that make a dollar? 100 pennies that make a dollar. It's 3 100ths. Okay, because that's in the hundredths place. Remember, that one's the tenths and this one's the hundredths. So we write that as the fraction 3 hundredths. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so now we are popping down here to 14 and 15. They had a lot of different problems on this workbook page. Okay, so the directions here say, write the total money amount, then write the amount as a fraction and as a decimal in terms of dollars. My goodness. So they're asking for 3 things. They're asking for the money amount. They're asking for the fraction. I'll put FR. And then they're asking as a decimal. Okay, so 3 different answers for both of these. All right, let's look at number 14. 3 dimes and 4 pennies. Okay, 3 dimes, that's 10 cents a piece, right? Dimes are worth 10 cents. And 4 pennies is 4 more cents. So 10, 20, 30, that's my 3 dimes plus 4 pennies. 30 plus 4, right, is 34 cents. So that's what we have to do first. Dollars. 34. Okay? 34 cents, and then we do our groovy little semicolon. And so then we did the money. Now we have to do a fraction. Okay, so 34 cents is 34 out of 100 cents, semicolon. Now we have to write it as a decimal. Okay, and look what you can do for the decimal. Just read that fraction out loud, and you're basically saying the decimal. 34 hundredths. Okay, 0 and 34 hundredths. Yep, that's in the hundredths place, all right. And it looks very similar to how we wrote it in cents. All right, let's keep going. You guys are doing fantastic. Well, let's look at this one now. 15, 8 nickels, and 12 pennies. So we have 8 nickels. What's a nickel worth? 5, right? A nickel is worth 5 cents. So basically we have 8 sets of 5 cents. Okay, so what's 8 times 5? 5 times 40. Beautiful. That was me counting by fives, by the way. And 12 pennies. Okay, so the 8 nickels gave us 40 cents, and now we have 12 pennies. So I'm just going to toss it down here as a little addition. 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's 52 cents. Okay? Dollar sign. No whole dollars, but 52 cents. Semicolon. That was money. Now we write it as a fraction. Well, it's 52 cents out of 100. Semicolon as a decimal. Remember, just read that fraction. 0 and 52 hundredths. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's keep going. All right, so now we are on 16. We're still on that front page. Goodness. Okay, I told you there were a lot of different problems. Here we go. Kate has 1 dime, 4 nickels, and 8 pennies. Write Kate's total amount as a fraction in terms of $1. Okay, as a fraction in terms of $1. So we know our answer is going to look like that. At least we know it's going to have 100 in the denominator since it's in terms of $1. All right, so you know what? I'm going to make a list over here of Kate's money. She has 1 dime, 10 cents, 4 nickels, 4 sets of 5 cents, right? 20 cents, okay. 20 cents in nickels. And then she has 8 pennies. So we did the 1 dime, 4 nickels, and now we're looking at the 8 pennies. And 8 pennies is, of course, just 8 cents. Okay, let's add up her money. 0088, 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so we have 38 cents. So that's 38 out of 100 cents. That makes $1. Okay, beautiful. Oh, now here's the money one. I knew there was one of these coming up. You had these at the beginning of the workbook page, right? And now here it is again. It says, which of the following names the total money amount shown as a fraction in terms of $1? Okay, which of the following names the total money amount shown as a fraction in terms of $1? Well, you know what? Just like we said before, I know that what has to be in the denominator? 100. Let's glance down at the choices. Oh my goodness. Look at these 4 choices, boys and girls. Is the answer jumping out in your face right now? Yes, there's only one that has a fraction in terms of a dollar, right? It's D. Give us a break, math book. Yeah. Like, what is this one? 43 out of 57. All right. We nailed it, didn't we? 43 cents out of 100, that makes a whole dollar. Wonderful. Thank you, lesson check. All right, now we jump into a review. Back to chapter 6, lesson 2. Penelope bakes pretzels. Yum. She salts 3/8 of the pretzels. Which fraction is equivalent to 3/8? So which fraction is equivalent, worth the same, but just written differently? So the sizes of the pieces will be the same, different, but the amount will be the same, right? You know, you remember equivalent fractions, right? Half is like our favorite, right? So those are 2 equivalent fractions. They're both worth the same amount, but the piece sizes are different and they're written differently. All right, so we're not dealing with you, though. We're just using you as an example. So let's see. 3/8. 3/8 is equivalent to, let's look at our choices. 9/14. Oh my goodness, 9/14. 9/24. Hello. B is 15/20. C is 3/16, and D is 1/5. Okay, so basically all of those except for D are greater than 3 and 8, right? So I have a feeling that we are going to have to use multiplication to find the equivalent fraction. Because remember, you can either divide the top and bottom by the same number, or multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number to get an equivalent fraction. So I have a feeling this is multiplying, because let's look at D for a second. Can we divide 8 by anything to get the whole number 5? Can we divide 8 by a whole number to get 5? No. D, goodbye. You are out. Goodbye, D. All right. So 3 times something and 8 times some same number. Well, let's check A. 9/24. So look back here at 3/8. Is there a way that we can multiply both 3 and 8 by the same number and get 9 for the numerator and 24 for the denominator? Well, let's think here. 3 times what is 9? Oh, 3 times 3 is 9. Yeah. So then we have to check. 8 times 3. Is 8 times 3 24? Let's see. 8, 16, 20. Oh, it is. So 3/8 is equivalent to 9/24. Oh, that was so helpful that the answer was A, wasn't it? Let's just check the others, though. B is 15/20. Now, we would have to multiply by 5 to get 15. 3 times 5 is 15, but 8 times 5 is not 20. Okay, so no, B. And then for C, what have they done here? C, they only changed the denominator. They didn't change the numerator. So that's not how equivalent fractions work. Beautiful. All right. Well, that's it. That was a lot of questions on this one, and I know you did an excellent job. So finish up your homework and have a great night.